The drinking age in Japan. Japan's legal drinking age is 20, not 18. Not. It depends on your visa. It is 20 years old. That number still confuses thousands of people every year. Here's why. In 2022, Japan lowered the official age of adulthood to 18. Suddenly, 18-year-olds could vote, sign contracts, and be treated as legal adults in almost every way. A lot of travelers, and even some residents, assumed that meant they could finally drink. They were wrong. The government deliberately left alcohol and tobacco at 20. So Japan now runs on a split system. Adult at 18 for most of life, but still locked out of drinking until 20. This rule is not new. It has been in place since 1922 under the Minor Drinking Prohibition Act. It applies to everyone inside Japan: Japanese citizens, permanent residents, students, tourists, business travelers. Your nationality does not create an exception. If you are under 20, you cannot buy or drink alcohol. Period. Walk into a convenience store, supermarket, izakaya, or bar, looking young, and you will almost certainly be asked for ID. A passport works perfectly for visitors. A residence card works for people living here. Stores take this seriously because they can lose their alcohol license if they sell to a minor. Providing alcohol to someone under 20, or using a fake ID, can bring fines for both the buyer and the person who supplied it. You might still see alcohol vending machines in some places, but they are no longer the free-for-all they used to be. Most now require age verification through a special card or electronic system. You cannot simply drop coins and walk away if the machine thinks you are underage. Public drinking itself is generally legal. You can open a can in a park, by the river, at a festival, or on the beach as long as you are 20 or older. The only real rule is common sense. Do not make a mess, do not get aggressive, and clean up after yourself. Japanese society is surprisingly relaxed about public alcohol in the right settings, but it has very little patience for people who turn that freedom into a problem. The culture around drinking is just as important as the law. When someone pours for you, lift your glass with both hands. Do not take a sip the second your drink arrives. Wait until everyone has something and the group says "kanpai" together. That first round is often the same drink for the entire table, usually beer, because it creates a shared starting point. After that, people order whatever they want. There is almost no moral judgment attached to drinking itself. Japan never developed a strong temperance culture, so alcohol is treated as a normal part of adult social and business life, rather than something slightly shameful. Convenience stores and supermarkets stock a huge range of beer, chuhai, sake, and whiskey, and they sell late into the night. Availability is high. The age gate stays firm. That combination is what makes Japan feel both easygoing and strictly controlled at the same time. So, if you are planning a trip, the practical takeaway is simple. Make sure you're actually 20 before you try to buy alcohol. Carry clear ID that shows your birth date. Understand that the 2022 adulthood change did not touch the drinking age. And if you end up in an izakaya with Japanese friends or colleagues, respect the small rituals of pouring and toasting. Those details matter more than most guidebooks admit. That is the full picture. A 100-year-old law that still stands. A recent adulthood reform that created confusion without changing the alcohol rule. Straightforward ID checks. And a drinking culture built around the group rather than the individual. Knowing the difference between turning 18 and turning 20 is the single most useful piece of information most visitors never get until they are standing at a counter trying to buy a beer. Official source: Ministry of Justice, Japan. Civil Code, Age of Majority, Q&A.